Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is great to be together with you. Tomorrow night, Saturday night and Sunday, is the 9th of Av. It's the day where we will mourn the destruction of both the first and the second temples. It's a fast day, a 25-hour fast. And there's a story of Napoleon that he was once walking through the streets of Paris, and he heard cries coming from the local synagogue. He asked one of his soldiers to go inside and to see what was going on. The soldiers go in. They see all the crying. Hundreds of members of the Jewish community sitting on the floor, grieving, mourning. What's going on? They said, we're here mourning because of the destruction of the temple. The temple was burnt down. The soldier goes to Napoleon and says that all the Jews are gathered. They're crying about the temple that was destroyed. Napoleon was shocked. I didn't hear about this. A temple destroyed? Napoleon was trying to bring in a reign of peace and equality, freedom of religion. Go back and get the details. We need to deal with this immediately. Goes back in. What's going on? And they say, no. We're not crying about a temple that was burnt locally. We're crying about a temple that was destroyed thousands of years ago in Jerusalem. The soldier goes back, conveys the message to Napoleon. Napoleon says that a people that thousands of years later are still crying about a temple that was destroyed in a different land thousands of years ago. This is a nation that will merit to see its rebuilding. We read the book of Lamentations, Eicha, and it describes the story of the tragedy of the destruction. It's unbelievable prophetic words. Pain and agony. The story of the destruction. And the first word of the book of Lamentations is the word Eicha. Which is interesting that this Shabbat, when we read the first Torah portion of the final book of Deuteronomy, Devarim, it also has the word Eicha, signaling to the first word of the book of Lamentations, which we always read this week's Torah portion, always the week before the 9th of Av. And the translation for the word Eicha means how. And it's in the first word that we glean the answer of how we deal with not only this painful moment in Jewish history, but any painful moment in life. When there's a challenge in life, most people quickly ask why. And by asking why, they stay completely focused on the past, what's behind them. And as a result, they don't get answers. Because how could a person ever get a proper answer to why? Why there was pain, why there was tragedy. And when a person is only focusing behind them and asking why, and never going to get a real answer, it's just paralyzing. And you can't move. You can't grow. Nothing can come of it. But by asking Eicha, how? How do I grow from all of this? Where does this take me? How is the future better? How is the future stronger? How do I be a light because of what happened? This changes the game. Now one is positive, optimistic, solution focused. The answer why the Jewish people are still here, thriving and growing despite what now is almost 2,000 years of exile. Think about it. We have our same language. We have our same traditions, same beliefs. We're completely intact as a people. And we're thriving. And the answer is Echa. Because we never stopped looking forward. We never stopped looking forward. We never stopped asking how. We never stopped dreaming of the future vision that we can create for ourselves. So my dear friends, this is a big Shabbat. We're going into a big weekend. As a Jewish people, collectively, and as individuals, let's always stay focused forward. Always stay focused forward in asking Echa, how can we grow? How can we develop? How can we make better? How to stay positive? And God willing, we should merit that these days of sadness are turned to joy. These days of bitterness should be turned to sweetness. And these days of exile should be turned into days of redemption. All the best. Shabbat Shalom.